Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry if I sound a little nasally. My nose is kind of stopped up. But the Lord laid it on my heart to get up here and talk about, if you were to fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, you do well. It's James chapter 2, verse 8. And that's a lot of the problem in the world today, is that, people are coveting their neighbor. They're coveting their neighbor's wife, things that they want, envious, and that's the enemy all day long. But not only that, the enemy will set these devices in front of you to get you or lead you in that direction because he wants to steal the kingdom from you. I mean, he's trying to covet the kingdom from you. That right there, that's why he can't. That's why he can't ask for forgiveness. That's why he can't. That's why I don't have any sympathy. That's why he is who he is. But to love your neighbor as yourself and love your enemy, it's not easy. I mean, loving your neighbor as yourself, that can be easy. But to love your enemy, that is hard. But it's possible. But it's got to start with forgiveness. And it mainly has to start with forgiveness for yourself. You have to forgive yourself first. And that's one of the hardest things to do, to be honest with you. But the struggle is real. But if we loved one another and cared for one another more than having hatred or worrying about what that person's got on, or worrying about what this person's doing, or who they're with, or things like that, like where you place your attention is where you place your energy. uh Dr. Joe Dispenza, he says that. I really like him. He's a good guy. He's very, very intelligent. But where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And the enemy wants us to harp on our trauma. He wants us to harp on our past and not be in the present moment. And the reason why that is because when you're being stuck in your past, you're not moving forward. You're not progressing. You're vibrating low. You're not able to focus on what's really important. And first of all, the most important thing in the world is your relationship with God and Jesus Christ. That's the most important thing in the world. Then you got your family, then so on and so forth. But he wants to distract you. He wants to keep you low vibrational, because once you start to vibrate higher, you start to get closer to God. Because everything is kinetic energy, man. Everything in the universe is vibrating. Everything is moving. And everything gives off a certain type of vibration. And when you start to vibrate higher, the enemy can feel that. He will send things in your way to try and bring you down, or he'll put thoughts in your head, or he'll make something pop up on the TV to make you think about your past, like with familiar spirits and monitoring spirits. Like, he would definitely use past exes, and he will use people that look like them, so that when you see them, you will think about it. And it keeps you backtracking. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you try to get 2 steps forward, you wind up like 10 steps back. But we got to remember that we got to try and put ourselves in the present moment. We can't be in the future, because the future has its own worries. And we don't need to be in the past, because if we're defined by our thoughts of the past, how can we create a better future for ourselves? If we're harping on the past, or harping on negativity, or harping on what people have done to us. And the enemy will definitely do everything in his power he can to keep you thinking like that. And I finally broke that chain. It's not been easy. It's not hard, but um, a lady that I watch, Bella Bashan, I heard her say one time, the bravest sight in the world is to see a great man struggling against adversity. And I finally really started to take that to heart. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, no wonder I've been going through so much. And now I know why. It's because of my title, it's because of what God has called me to do. And now I know why the enemy has been attacking me so hard like he has. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that I've been unknowingly injected with nanites. And the reason why is, whoop, and the reason why is because the enemy knew that he wasn't going to be able to keep control of this. So now the nanites are stuck down in my leg below my knee. And it's like an electrical surge. Like when I try to bring myself to meditate or concentrate in the present moment, it's like a radio signal is like sent to my leg or to the nanites. You know what I'm saying? Because they're programmed. They're a program. You know what I mean? And they have jet propulsion. They can move through your body, move through your veins. Um, but he did that because he knew he wasn't gonna be able to keep control of me. Because once I did break that cycle and once I did break free, and I was gonna start to meditate and vibrate higher and be in the present moment, like pure conscience, not subconscious, but pure conscience, to where I'm like in the moment, no past, no future, just now. And when I do that and I go to try and meditate, and he'll hit, it's like something hits that leg. It's like some kind of radio frequency comes to my leg. Do you know I've tried to get 4 MRIs? I've went to 4 different doctors. Not one of them will give me an MRI. And I just explained my theory to one of the doctors this last time. So, but an MRI it's an electromagnetic pulse. Well, about 3 years ago, I actually went and got an MRI when this started happened to me, and God brought me to that God brought me to that revelation of what it was. And when I went to the MRI, it started to go down my leg. My leg started to go like Bambi, thumper, and it got really, really hot and really intense, and like I mean, like really, like tingly, like super tingly. To where it was like pins and needles, like it stung, and it's because it was destroying the nanites. Well, now they're stuck down there because it screwed with the jet propulsion parts of it, I guess, apparently, and they're stuck there now. But they still work to the point to where they're able to release a frequency to where it makes my muscle constrict and contract. So every time I'm trying to be in the present moment and I'm trying to meditate and concentrate or think about, concentrate on God or the present moment to have a better future, because if you're trying to manifest, you have the thought and the feeling. So the manifestation comes from the feeling of your thought that you're trying to produce and create and manifest. That's also what these diadems or these idols, these false idols and gods feed off of. These demons feed off of that. So, um, let's talk about. Well, let me finish this first. But with the whole nanite thing, like I said, I'm trying to concentrate and stuff because I hit the button, and then it messes up your concentration, so you can't focus. And now I know why he did it, and it's because he knew he wasn't gonna be able to control me that much longer. Like right now, he still can't control me, but like when I go to try to meditate, he'll hit that button. But now I'm starting to even get past that. But I finally got a doctor's appointment coming up on the 8th, so I won't get tested that day. But hopefully, I can get her to get me an MRI, and then when I do, I'm gonna videotape it so I can prove my point. Because I know as soon as I go in there, and I'm gonna tell them, look, record it, because my leg is gonna go like this, 1,000 miles an hour, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna get really hot, and I'm gonna prove my point. because I believe that it's going to be a part of population control. And I'm also going to be honest with you, I'm not the only one. Like, I even went on the internet, and there's somebody else up there that thought that they were unknowingly injected with nanites too. So I know I'm not the only one, but I know that I was definitely a guinea pig. I was definitely a guinea pig. So I think it has something to do with the Pfizer shot, to be honest with you. Because when I went and got the first Pfizer shot, it was on February the 5th. And right after I got the shot, this guy got a phone call, or he got on the phone, and he gave him a number. Well, why are you giving him a number? And it was like, yeah, he was like, you still here. So I knew he was talking about me. And he gave him a number. Well, I think the number had to deal with the nanites, the program. And ever since then, that's when I started to notice things in my body with my leg and stuff, and how I started to react to certain things, or when I would think about certain things. And the enemy's been playing on it. So it's like, they're trying to piss me off is what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep me mad and keep me low vibrational and keep me like not in good spirits because of everything that I've got going on. And like I'm homeless too. You know what I'm saying? I'm homeless on top of this. So like, and the enemy calls that as well, because I tested the spirit, and when I tested the spirit, they couldn't confess with their mouth that Jesus Christ had come in the flesh, or that he was the Son of God. And she went and took a TDO out on me, tried to get me involuntary committed into the mental institution. They I spoke to 3 psychiatrists. They all said I was fine. The judge came in there, wasn't even there for 5 minutes, dismissed the case. Then she went and took out a restraining order on me the very next day, actually, and got it extended. So then I couldn't go to the house. Well, she don't even live at this house, first of all. And not only that, but I mean, this was her business. It was called Together We Can, LLC. And, it was a group home for disabled. Well, this group home was a synagogue of demons. And I started to catch on to that because God started to awaken me, especially at the beginning of last year. So it's been very surreal. But I started to notice that my leg would start doing that too. You know what I mean? Pulsating when I would think about certain things, or certain things would happen. And I noticed when I started to put a lot of self-control into my body, like I stopped smoking, I gave up weed, I gave up cigarettes, gave up cigars, I gave up masturbation. I've been celibate. When I did that, man, things started to really, really awaken in me, because that's creation. You know what I'm saying? When you restrain that and you hold that back, that's a creation, man. It creates a spark. You know what I mean? When it hits the egg. So like, it's real, man. It's just like an atom bomb. And when you hold that back, man, and then your body is just, over a period of time, it starts to, things just start to change. Things start to happen, and you start vibrating on a very much higher level, like very higher level. And the enemy, man, had to get rid of me, dude. Like they got me kicked out of the home. And I even had people here at the storage unit complain and say that I was being aggressive with them. I haven't even talked to anybody except one group of people. And that's because they went down there and was like, oh, I think he's staying in the unit. How do you know? How do you think I'm... Uh, how do you think, first of all, why would you even say that? Okay. And unless you're a demon and you're trying to come against me. And then not only that, but I read my Bible. I don't talk to anybody, and I do the social media. That's it. But I read my Bible with authority because I know what's around me now. Well, these people went and said I was being aggressive and all this stuff. So then I got a 30-day notice to be moved out of my storage unit. So